Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. It's Friday, and we had a full week of games. So many scores, and then the results as well, and we're going to discuss all of it. Those are mine. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. Behind the dish, we have producer BBD. It is the Friday recap episode. We're coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios in the Bronx. That's RSVLTS. Jake is donning a shirt today. Thank you to all of our newest patrons from Patreon. We got Pete Gallo, Aria, Jimmy Foti, Eric Carey, Matt Castro, Andrew Luptak, Chris Wagner, Jonathan Davis, Brady Weller, Keith Herring, and Matt Piscatella. Isn't that a character in Orange is the New Black? BBD, you're my Orange is the New Black expert. Is that a character in there?
Yep.
Piscatella, a lot of baseball names in there today. That's a good start to a show, baby.
That is. Jake, how are you doing?
I'm good, James. I'm good. The sports world is straight up on fire. Unreal that football's back. Patrick Mahomes with the most touchdown passes by an MLB
Always talking baseball.
No, Jim, you didn't let me finish.
Football.
The most touchdown passes by an MLB owner ever. So that's baseball. Unbelievable that football's going on. Baseball still so hot in the damn streets. And, yeah, man, crazy. This week was tough to keep up on. I don't know if we just got sucked into so much Yankee crap this week or what's been going on. BBD said it the best this morning. Every day felt like a day behind, but we're here on Friday.
I don't know what happened. I didn't like usually Thursday night.
Dude, I
take all my notes and I get ready for this show. I woke up today, I was showering, I screamed. I said, "Oh, shit."
Yeah.
Katie said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I forgot we have to do the thing today."
I almost texted you last night because I had the same thing happen, and I know you like to get it all the night before, or as much as you can the night before, but then I fell asleep on the couch. So, yeah, I think we just got sucked into Yankees land, like the biggest we have this week, because they hit rock bottom, so everyone was enjoying that. But, yeah, man.
You know what it was? As soon as the Yankees got rained out last night, I said, "Oh, okay.
Turn the brain
I'm
off,
turning my
yeah.
brain off."
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
That's
we
true,
put on
too.
Cobra Kai. I had the football game on my laptop, and when I just got high and sat there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Well, yeah, a lot of baseball to be played. I think we got to start going through it. I think we're going to keep the recaps a little tighter. We've been getting a little too horned up doing the recaps because it's baseball's fun.
I was going to do a
fun.
little production note for the people listening. These recap episodes have gotten too long.
We got from touching on highlights of the series to
doing a full
every game recap.
Yeah. So
too far.
When we do the music plays,
tighten it up.
Don't expect both starting pitchers. Who scored the runs, how the game...
Tighten that shit up.
We just got too much going.
Just too excited.
I'll show them what I'm talking about. You ready?
Show me.
Here's what happened in the Eastern region. You ready?
Yes.
The Red Sox and the Phillies squared off for a 2-game set. It was a doubleheader, Jake, so 2 7-inning games. Phillies win game 1 on a walk-off down in the last inning. Walk single, and then a walk-off single from Bomb.
Okay.
Boom. In the second game of the doubleheader, the Red Sox win, tied at 2 in the 7th. The Phillies go to their new toys. I thought this was of note. Phelps, quick 2-run shot. Jojo Romero, they just called him up. He's actually been pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Heath Hembry, old Red Sox.
Stinks.
He let his old team win. So Boston wins game 2. The Rays and the Nats squared off for a 2-game set, and the Nats won both games. Not good for the Rays. Scherzer goes 7 innings strong. Yarbrough can't get out of the third in game 2. The Nats won both games. They scored 11 runs. They did not hit a home run in either game. Mike Rizzo got ejected. Oh, no, that wasn't the series. Wasn't the series. Yankees and the Blue Jays, they faced off for 3 games. Toronto won games 1 and 2. The Yankees got to Ryu, but the Jays had a 10-run inning in game 1. Not good. Jonathan Davis, 2-run home run in game 2. And in game 3, young Davy Garcia pitches well for the Yanks. Roark and Stripling didn't pitch well for Toronto. Yanks don't get swept. They just get embarrassed. Miami and Atlanta. Miami wins game 1, 8-4 in the 10th inning. Birdie bunts him over. Then the single by Miggy Rojas gets them the lead. Extra innings is so boring now. I'm actually getting more and more anti-runner on second as it gets more and more boring, these walk-off wins. In game 2, Sixto shoved. Kyle Wright didn't. Kyle Wright had pitched 4 innings, Jake.
Yeah.
In 3 of them, he gave up a run before recording an out. That's bad.
Not great.
Sixto is really good. So Miami wins the series, but Atlanta puts up a 29 spot in game 3, and they're excited about that. They lost the series, and in game 3, Tommy Milone allowed 9 earned runs. Yeah. So you can hang your hat on 29 runs, but there's a lot more to be upset about than happy about in this 3-game set. If you're a Braves fan, IMO. Baltimore and the Mets, they had a 2-game set. Means finally had a good start for Baltimore. DJ Stewart, talk about him later. He had a home run in both games. Mets come back from being down 6-3. They win game 2 to not get swept in the 2-game set. Alonso with a big home run. And that's the East Coast. Now, I think I still even gave too much info.
Yeah, it was still a lot, but it was good. It was beautiful.
It was less than before, but still a lot.
It was hot. We'll see. We'll see in the Central. Man, there's a couple big storylines in the East. So let's start with them. Let's do our Yanks first. Yanks, that Monday night Toronto game. Yanks said basically our season starts now. They have a 10-run blow-up inning by the bullpen. The longest inning of baseball I've watched in a long time. Could not tell you. And then Cashman gives the speech. They lose that game. Yeah. But they start playing some baseball. Davey Garcia with a nice start. I'm riding hot on the Yankees because that's all I've got sometimes, folks. In those dark nights, looking at the mirror, wondering, why are we here? What's it about?
You standing in the mirror? Bathroom mirror?
No, I'm sitting on the sink, hoping it breaks for my body weight. So I can see my fat rolls build up.
Cross-legged.
Yes, Indian style.
On top of the snake. Well, no.
Ooh, 2020.
Yeah, jeez.
Sorry.
Wow. Oh, my God. Anyway, the Rays are still in first place in the AL. The Braves are still in first place in the NL. Phillies are 3 games out of second place. Blue Jays are 3.5. I think the Rays have first place locked up, although they did lose 2 to the Nats.
And we're not talking about it, but they lost yesterday, so the Rays are on a 3-game loser.
Great. Good news. The Yankees still are the 8th seed.
Yep.
Baltimore is coming for them, and there's a 4-game set between the Yankees and Baltimore. So if Baltimore wants to get funny, they can jump the Yankees in the standing this coming weekend, which would be interesting. It is a doubleheader now, and I think that changes things because I think majority of doubleheaders this season have been split. I want to do the full math on it.
I mean, that's a safe bet, yeah.
But I did half math.
Half math.
I think the odds of taking 2 are hard, which you know, but like
right.
Even
same odds of losing 2.
Yes.
Heavy.
You can almost. I would say it's 80% split.
Okay, I'd be interested to get the real numbers. I don't know.
Me too. Someone do them for us.
Someone get on that. Yeah.
See if there's an article written. Someone might have already been tracking.
Yeah, the Baby Jays got pretty hot in the early part of this week. That was cool to see. I mean, their record right now, they're 24-19. That's pretty good. I mean, Baby Jays, they were one of the teams coming in the season. Would it kind of click? And it has for them. Good for them. And the NL side, Braves fans, a lot of love. Hey, we're hating the manager. We win the blowout. We want more love for the blowout. It's tough to keep up with you, Braves fans. You're still good in your last 12, but you're in a little bit of a rough patch.
They're in their own heads.
Yeah.
They want love, but they hate themselves, but they don't want you to hate them.
Our division stinks, but love us. And our pitching stinks.
Anyone that's coming new or just doesn't know us or me.
Sure.
Because we've said this on a lot of shows. I think our regular listeners. As soon as you score 12 runs, I don't care about 13 through whatever. Yeah. I've said that for seasons. Like when Twitter's going crazy. Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
You've already put up 13. And especially when your pitcher and your team gives up 9, now you don't have much.
Which that was Tommy. My general rule, I think, is a 10-run gap. So if it's 5, 15. Like,
sure,
get yourself a
I
10
agree with
run
that. I agree with
gap.
that. That's what
So that was Tommy Malone trying to be nice and make it seem like the Braves game was closer. But I
didn't realize they lost the series.
I was getting yelled at on Wake and Jake. Oh, the Braves put up 29 and you don't really care. And it's like, no, because, I mean, you lost the series. 20 of those runs don't really matter. And that's the thing. Yes, it's cool. You set the franchise record. That's awesome. I mean, that's there forever. I do like that. As a Braves fan, you should care a little more than the rest of baseball. But, would it be a lot cooler to see Adam Duvall had a 9 RBI game in a game the Braves won 12-8? Yeah. Adam Duvall carried the team that day. Like, people are going to look back and be like, it was 20.
It's very cool. I just didn't realize they lost the series.
Yeah.
Like, Miami's still walking away from that 3-game set with their heads a little higher.
Yeah. I was getting ready to make some Nats hot takes after they beat the Rays. But they lost game 1 to the Braves last night. We're not talking about that. I was hoping they could get crazy hot and spoil some things. Marlins and Phillies are playing 7 this weekend, Jim.
Yeah. It's first 7-game set since like 1990.
And right now they're a half game apart. So decide your season.
It's also hilarious. Hilarious is very wrongly used.
Hilarious.
It's interesting. You like I heard you on Wake and Jake say it's a playoff series. Well, no, because one team can win 7 of the games.
Right. Oh.
Like, imagine if you've lost 6 in a row and you have
Right.
to show up for that 7th game against the same fucking team again.
Yeah. They might have some gentlemen's rules of engagement in place just so that doesn't happen. Like, hey, if this starts getting ugly, like game 4, both ways.
First 7-game series since 1967.
67.
That was good.
Mad Dog said on MLB last night.
Yeah, Mad Dog watched it.
Yeah.
He was there for all 7 games.
Still working on
67?
the doubleheader thing.
67.
He might have watched it. Well, not on TV, but he was alive for sure.
Yeah, big time. He gave his top 5 pitchers ever yesterday. It's a good list.
Top 5 pitchers of his lifetime.
Of his lifetime.
When's that start for him? Like,
When was Mad Dog born?
He said he missed Koufax.
but he was born.
Mad
But
Dog's
like,
60. He was
you know,
born
is
in
he counting
59.
5-year-old Mad Dog? Because that's he was born in '59.
I think he was saying, like, since he was paying attention.
It was all right. He had Pedro and Randy Johnson 2-3, which I like. They're really good. It would have liked to see a couple.
Okay,
new-age guys
Koufax,
on there.
1966. So he's not counting
So he's not
7-year-old.
counting the
I
day he was
appreciate
born.
that. I appreciate that.
Seaver won. Rip. But yeah, enough Mad Dog. Anything else in the East? Man.
Okay, someone did the math for us in the Patreon. Just did the math. 50% of doubleheader split, 50% taken by one team. That's way different than I thought.
So,
Yeah, the article I found was historically it's 50-50 or split.
Oh,
basically.
but what about this season?
I don't know about this season. This was in 2017, and so far through that season, it was like 3 of 20 were sweeps.
Because I think with the
I haven't been able to find something more
7 innings, teams are much more like, let's just grab one and use all our guys.
I'm
season.
trying to find it.
I want to see the numbers.
2020 says 50-50.
So,
Crazy.
yeah. Mets, I'm off the Mets train. They were fun for a couple days. They lost me.
You were big on the Mets train last time.
Last week they got Todd. They started going. Alonso had the big game winner, but like the Marlins deserve more respect, man. They had a really cool game yesterday. Marte clears
and the
bases.
Brewers are past the Mets and the Rockies, and so the Mets have 3 teams they would need to jump to get that 8 seed.
They were hot in the streets for 3 days over them.
Over it. Do you believe the Phillies can jump the Braves?
No.
3 games back?
I would take the Marlins over the Phillies.
Okay.
They got a little magic right now. Fish with arms.
Fish with arms.
Starling Marte doing stuff for them.
What's the let me
Phillies bullpen still stinks.
Yeah, it's pretty
Stinky.
It's pretty funny that all the guys they got are the ones doing bad. Like the rookie call-up, JoJo. He did good. Phelps came in a tie game, walk home run.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Phillies in Miami, because they're playing the 7-game set, so you have Miami winning the 7-game set then.
I think so. I have a little bit of a cheat because they took game 1, even though we're not talking about that right now. And it was comeback against the Pen. Starling Marte with the big hit. Like, it was, it was the formula.
Philly's schedule is kind of tough. After this 7-game set, which might be a slog, they go Mets. I'll give them 2
at
there.
home versus the Mets.
I'll give them 2.
Yeah.
Easy. Then they go 4 against Toronto. Toronto's fighting.
Yeah.
Then they go 4
Nats.
against the Nats, and then 3 against the Rays.
It's half and half.
Yeah, but that's like
I think we're gonna stumble into tougher schedules than this.
But I'm looking at that schedule and I'm thinking 500 is probably the best, like around 500.
I mean, do those Rays games matter for the Rays? Probably not.
They're probably just getting everyone right, so they're probably going to use their like good relievers no matter what. Some games,
starters probably don't go full pitch counts and stuff.
All right. Jake hates the Phillies.
I think you're going to see tougher schedules coming up for some of the teams we're going to talk about.
So you think Phillies and Marlins are both going to be in the playoffs? So one of them will get the wild card. I think the NL East is providing 3 teams.
I think there's a good chance. I don't know, man. The NL's such a mess. I don't have my mind wrapped around it. I really don't.
Do you think the Yankees are getting the 8th spot? Do you think the AL East is providing?
Yanks are coming back. They're going to jump the Jays.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jays fans.
Sorry, Jays fans. Yanks have still been good at the stadium.
I don't have the same confidence Jake has. I hope that they handle the Orioles.
Hosting B-more for 4, and then they're hosting the Blue Jays, and then they play the Red Sox. So I think they're gonna.
I have today locked.
I think they're gonna do well in both these series. They're gonna feel good about themselves and play Boston for 3. And there will be some. Is Boston gonna spoil them? And then it's like, oh no, they're so bad. They don't want to spoil.
I do not have your confidence.
They want to lose.
And your confidence is scaring me.
Good.
Let's go to the Central.
I like that. Give me the Central, babe.
Minnesota and St. Louis had a 2-game set. I think this was doubleheaders as well. Minnesota wins game 1. St. Louis wins game 2. Josh Donaldson hits a big 3-run home run early in game 1. Sano hits a 2-run shot in to seal the deal late. Dobnak with a rough outing, Jake. His 3rd inning was weird. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitch, 2 singles. So he didn't get, like, knocked up. Like, he didn't get pregnant. He didn't get...
I just made a ploof ooh noise when you said Donaldson.
Ooh. Twins rookie Brent Rooker. How about that name? He hits his first big league knock. Congrats to him.
That's good.
Kansas City took 3 out of 4 from Cleveland. What the hell? Plesac was good, though. You hear more about him. Keller was bad. Cookie Carrasco was good. Yeah. The bullpen for Cleveland was bad. And Singer for Kansas City, really good start. Savali plus the pen, bad for Cleveland. Michael Franco.
Ooh.
You hear about him later as well. But how about Cleveland losing 3 out of 4 to Kansas City?
Love it.
Can't do that.
Love it. Chicago
White Sox and Pittsburgh played. Pitt had a walk-off in game 1. Second walk-off in a row for them. This walk-off was weird.
Yeah.
2 singles in the 9th inning. So the White Sox intentionally walk the next guy to load the base to put the force everywhere. They get a chopper right back to the pitcher. He underhand tosses it to the catcher. Catcher just doesn't catch it.
Yeah.
Was it Grandal? I think it was Grandal, not McCann. Just didn't catch it. So it's like the second walk-off Pittsburgh has where they're like, okay.
Hustling.
Thanks.
Hustling.
Chicago White Sox did win game 2. Dane Dunning with another great start. And McCann hit 2 home runs. St. Louis also had a doubleheader versus the Detroit Tigers yesterday on Thursday. They split that. So this is where I was getting my splits from.
Right.
Every doubleheader on my board got split this week.
His board got split.
Skubal was bad. 2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, 5 home runs for the Cardinals in game 1. Should have saved them. Because a 5-run 7th in game 2 wins it for the Tigers. They were down. They scored 5 runs in the last inning. Gallegos blew it. What else happened in the Central, Jake?
Jim, the Central was a little messy this week because of some COVID stuff. So we had another Detroit series, Detroit-Milwaukee. I believe this was not the doubleheader. Excuse me. 8-3 Tigers game 1. Turnbull. Impressive outing. He's having a nice little year. Add him to the Tigers 2021. This game was 8-0 at a certain point. Candelario and Castro, the C's, had big days for the Tigers. And then the Brewers come back. Corbin Burns drops some serious dick. 7 innings pitched, 11 Ks, 0 earned runs. And then Braun, Arias, Arcia, Taylor all had 3+ hits. Brewers put up a 19-burger. So there's that. Cincinnati at Chicago. Jom, your Cubs versus your Reds. Cubs, the M's and the B's, Jim. I know you always love these. It was Mills versus Molly. Alec Mills outpitches Molly. They both pitched pretty well. But Bodie and Baez both had RBI triples. And that's the difference. 3-0. Second game is also 3-0. Marquee matchup, Bauer, Darvish. Darvish gives up a 3-run yacker to Moose Tacos in the first, and that was it. Bauer was great, 3-0. And then the final game, 8-5. Cubs, Sonny Gray versus Alzolay. They were both pretty bad. Happ and Horner, H's. 5 RBIs combined. Wilson Contreras, 4 hits. Cubs win the series, and since he doesn't, and that's obvious. And that's the Central.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
The Reds didn't win that
They
series?
did not win the series.
I thought it was shoving up the ass and all the...
Yeah.
Oh. That's just interesting to me. Psych!
LOL.
Reds don't win anything. Dude, can we, have the Pirates won more series than the Reds?
We'd have to get into the numbers on that.
I can do that.
I don't know if either team deserves to be talked about that much. That's the problem.
But is it as rare as it sounds that the Reds haven't won more than 2 series this season?
Again, it's one of those around the leagues thing. I would assume that they're up there on not a lot of series won.
The Pirates.
Send BBD on it.
Pirates are really bad.
Pirates are really bad.
Okay, the Pirates won 1. I've got 1.
Okay.
2. I've got 2 already. A third gets them there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So they've
It's okay.
2 as well.
Reds have stunk. I mean, we're talking about them because they don't deserve to be talked about. So
let's talk about
they're worse than the Mets.
The
We
playoff
just said they stink.
The playoff picture for the Central is the White Sox are in first place.
Yeah.
The Twins jump up to second because Cleveland lost 3 or 4 to the Royals.
Yeah.
And in the Central for the National League, the Cubs are still in first place. Cardinals are in second place, but the Cardinals are 1 game over 500. They're 3 back. Neither team is the AL is producing a wild card, and that's kind of cemented.
Yes. That's bona fide.
Yeah. So right now the Indians are the 8 seed,
And they'll be
or the 7 seed.
I'd say it's 90% they're going to be providing the 4 seed as well. The first, second seed in the AL.
Yeah.
Unless Toronto or the Yanks went nuts, which doesn't seem likely.
Yeah. And that's where it sucks because the 7 seed, if it comes from the Central, is going to get screwed. Because they're going to have
Or the 2 seed gets screwed.
Yeah, or the 2 seed gets screwed.
Yeah.
Because they have to, but, it's
Which
not.
would be funny if that's another Central team. So
Right.
it all may be for naught.
Right now, it's the Rays. Right now, it would be Rays, Indians, 2-7. Oakland took over the number 1 spot. It would be Oakland, Yankees, 1-8. White Sox, Astros, Twins, Blue Jays. Battle of the Baby Blues, Twins, Blue Jays.
It's going to be funny to see that sort out.
Yeah, that's what I haven't looked at. Like
Jim, your Twins-Yankees matchup is becoming kind of real.
How would you have it?
I mean, if the Yankees were to pass the Blue Jays, it could be the 4-5. Or if the Twins take back the Central, I guess they'd have to get first place, and the Yankees would have to stay in 8. But it's very much in the realm, and I think not cocky Yankee fan. I think if you're a Twins fan, you'd have to be like, come on.
How did that happen?
But you got to beat the bad guys at some point, and if there's a year to do it, it'd probably be this year.
Probably this year. Well, this is what I want to look at. Out of all the 1-place seeds, Tampa's got a 636 winning percentage. White Sox have a 628 and 643. So it's pretty close.
It's tight.
It's tight.
It's tight.
It's cool.
He's tight.
It's tight.
He's tight.
Cubs have that locked up, you think? Or no?
I wanted to come off of it. Here's my thing. And again, MLB teams aren't wired this way, but I think in this season you kind of can be. I think the Cardinals are playing so many games that 500 days are fine for them. Like, they know that the Brewers and the Reds aren't going to both catch them. Like, no way. Like, maybe one of those teams figures it out. You'd lean Brewers. But if you're the Cardinals, you just stay at 500, and you're dancing this year. And you're playing so many games. Let's see if it shows up.
1, 2, 3. Looks like they have 3 doubleheader days left. And
Monday.
they don't have any of the last week of the season.
I mean, they're hosting your Reds this weekend, so we'll see if anything happens.
Well, that's
there.
a win. Okay, so that's 2 wins minimum for them.
We'll see what happens this weekend, and then they play 5 with the Brewers. So that's when things get really exciting.
And then they have 5 with the Brewers to end the season. So they have 10 against the Brewers.
Okay, so yeah, let's start talking Brewers and Cards more. And you're actually, I didn't even know this, but like a pig falling in shit. I'm ready to talk some Brewers today, so.
Wow.
I'm in on the crew, everybody.
The Cubs and the Cardinals don't play each other anymore.
Yeah, I think the Cubs, with the Cards craziness and just getting out to that hot start, is going to be the difference for them. I think they win the Central. Things would really have to fall apart. And you know what? With the way Darvish and Hendricks are pitching, I don't think things can really fall that far apart.
Sorry. Mute my
Pick
phone.
up.
No way. Random ass number. So never mind.
Okay.
It's just gonna be mean.
Okay.
I went to the Reds schedule just to see who they're granting wins to.
Sure.
White Sox get 2 minimum.
Probably.
And the Twins get 2, so that'll help the rest of the season.
Yeah, and then in the AL, White Sox are on top for now. They're playing 3 against Detroit at home, so you'd like to get those before the Twin series. Detroit, 20-23, they're still battling, but I don't know, 3-7 in their last 10. This weekend might be the knockout punch for the Tigers.
Who are they playing?
The White Sox.
And then the rest of their schedule's hard, right?
White Sox, 2 with the Royals. Cleveland,
Royals just took 3 out of
Twins,
4.
Royals. Yeah.
Cleveland, Twins. Those 4 against the Royals. I mean, I don't have the Whites. I don't have the Tigers. But that's very Yankee bias. I just don't want to be. I don't want to have to be scared by them.
Yeah, hey, they continue to fight. Good for them. But I could. I don't know. The White Sox at home this weekend, fighting off the Twins and the Indians. They're probably looking to get 3.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, always.
I'm getting excited about like these scary last week of games.
Here we go.
Fall weather coming in. When are they going to release the damn schedule for the playoffs?
I mean, they need to announce the bubble, which they haven't fully.
Yeah, we're like,
I mean, I think either way, the 3 wild card games shouldn't change. I think that's going to be the 29th, 30th.
but they're 3 game sets now, not just 1 game.
Right. 29th, 30th, 31st, 30 days past September, so October 1st.
Well,
Makes sense.
Is the 1 seed get all the games?
Yes.
Okay, so
Home.
and they said
The
it's-
first 4 get all home.
I want to know the times.
The actual start times of the games.
Yes.
I don't have that.
Yeah, I know. That's
don't
what I'm
have
saying. Like,
yeah.
but we're very late. We're getting we're
getting tight.
16 days,
We're getting tight.
2 weeks out.
Yeah.
Drop.
I think it matters like what teams are playing. You know what I'm saying? Like if the Yankees have to play Oakland.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just want game 1 is at this time. I want to set our schedule.
We want ours.
I want to be able to know what I'm doing.
We want our schedule.
Yes. What games? What is our record?
When and where?
Yes.
I'd like to know when we have to have games on and know what's happening.
Yes. I'd
Okay.
like to know my schedule.
It affects us very personally.
Yes.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Oh my God. Jake, what's going on in the West?
Am I talking about the Brewers later? Yes, I am. Good.
Good.
Jimmy.
Oh, good.
In the West Coast, Houston at Oakland. Walk in straight from Oakland, holding my dick like the U.S. Open.
Trophy.
6-0 A's in
We're
game
up
1.
to Hyphy.
Chris Bassett still doing it. 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Your normal guys, Kemp, Murphy, Laureano, Piscotty, all with ribbies in that one. 6-0 A's. Then we play to Jimmy's theory. They split them. A's win game 1. Houston takes a second. Montes outduels Greinke. Chris Davis with an opposite field homer and a double in this game. Can he get going? He's been missing for a little while. Houston takes the final one. Olsen homered early. Houston was down 4-1. They come back ugly. Walks, 2 RBI walks, a Gurriel game-winning sac fly.
The Jake Storielli.
And then Oakland takes the final 2, 3-2, 3-1. Springer Gurriel went solo in the first one, but a Tommy La Stella 2 RBI double that Kyle Tucker went punt team on, kicked it into the bullpen. And then Laureano laser show with the walk-off teaser. 3-1 A's in the final. Manaea shoves, Matt Olson homer. Colorado went to San Diego, and oh no, they get the broomsticks brought out on them. Fun game, game 1, 1-0. Freeland Lamet. You won't see 2 more opposite pitchers, lefty and a righty, Jim. Padres walk it off, Profar double, and your guy, Jorge Mateo, with some fun base running. Hold that helmet, kid. Next game is 14-5. Clev Day. Arenado makes it 3-0 in the first, but yikes. Slam Diego. Will Myers gets another granny, and he hits another home later. I mean, they put up a 14 spot. Holy smokes. And then they take the final 5-3. Zach Davies, 5 straight wins. 7-2 on the year. He outduels Sanzatella. Mitch Moreland with a homer, and Austin Nola with the insurance RBI. Couple trade pieces. Tags Brian Cashman. Seattle, San Francisco, they play 2, and San Francisco treat. They take both of them. Kind of ruins Seattle, but San Francisco keeps winning. 5-1. They were down in game 1. Mauricio Dubon with the homer, and Darren Ruff with the pinch hit home run to take the lead. And then game 2, Tyler Anderson. I feel like we mentioned him a lot. He has a nice performance. 6 innings pitched, 0 home earned runs. Yaz with the 3-run yacker. Longoria had a nice day. How about that? Jimmy is flashing me right now. Dodgers go to Arizona. Dodgers, they take the first 2 in extras. First one was crazy. 10-9 final. Back and forth all night. There was a bad Arizona error. Gavin Lux, Jim. We forget. They kept him down so he can work on his fielding.
My best friend.
2 homer day. And then 6-4 the next day. This was Clark versus Kershaw. Kershaw gets knocked around a little bit. Mookie and Kike homered early. Taylor and Pollock with the RBI singles and extras to win it. And then the final game, Dustin May leaves early. Gonna hear Trevor Plouffe mad about that later. Mad Bum with an okay start. 5 inning pitch, 3 earned run. Carson Kelly with a homer. Good year last year. He's been horrible this year. Maybe that sparks him to finish the season well. And then toilet bowl, hit the flush noise. Angels at Texas. Lance Lynn drops stick the first game. Texas scores 5 run in the 5th, the second game. Kiner Falefa, your guy, with 4 hits. Jim, look at this joke. Teheran has been terrible.
Ooh.
Texas takes 2 out of 3. Angels salvaged it, sure. Jared Walsh is hitting homers for them. Who's that? Not sure. Trout hit a homer off Gibby, our friend. Dylan Bundy, 12 Ks. Big old dick on my shoulder. And that's what's happening in the West.
Wow. Good stuff, Jake.
Danke.
Good stuff, Jake.
Good stuff, Jake.
I had some stuff to say, but I forget it because we went
So
to the flush.
much to say, so much to say.
The playoff outlook is the A's are in first place solidly.
First in the East, right? Is that what you said earlier?
In the AL. First in the AL.
Half game
yes.
on the White Sox.
It'd be so cool if they were first in the East.
Half game on the Rays. Dude, it's tight, man. Are they a half game up on the Rays and the White Sox?
Didn't we just do this?
I didn't know. I thought you just said it was one team. I didn't think it was both teams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All 3 are very, very close.
Perdóname.
The Astros are lucky that the Angels suck.
Dude, I put that together this morning, and it makes me so mad.
They're 22 and 23, right?
Astros are under 500.
Like, the Astros don't have the Blue Jays in their division. Like, the Yankees are now in 3rd place because the Blue Jays are challenging them.
And playing good ball.
That's who the Angels or the Rangers, but mostly the Angels should have been for the Astros, like challenging them right now because they got second place. Mariners are 2 games behind, but they got second place unless they really spiral. But
I hate the Angels. This was your opportunity. There's 8 teams getting into the playoffs. The Astros are below 500. So dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yep.
Don't go 6-15 on the road, Angels.
Well, all those fans reminding them that
Hot
they don't like
takes.
them and stuff like that.
God. Free Mike Trout. Astros drop below 500. Kind of doesn't matter. And again, I've been saying this across the network, but they're lucky that the Yankees have stunk, because otherwise Twitter would just be an Astros bashing for them.
I have an Astros question for you.
Sure.
In the last 7 days, 19 different guys have thrown pitches for the Astros.
Sure.
How many have not allowed an earned run? 19.
19
It's
guys.
a lot of guys, a lot of pitchers.
19 guys. A couple of those guys probably have multiple appearances, so you're probably start at, if it was single appearances, maybe it's 5.
Three guys didn't pitch a full inning.
Okay. That's probably a bad sign. I'll go 2.
One. Brooks Raley, 3.2 innings pitched. Now, a run scored while he was pitching.
Right.
Just not an earned run.
Unearned.
So 19 different people have thrown pitches for the Astros over the last
came
week.
Across home plate.
And someone came across home plate for all 19.
Yeah. I would love to have an honest conversation with Dusty Baker.
We can set it up.
I know, but I don't think he can be honest until after this season. God,
that's crazy. 19 pitchers, a run was scored for all of them.
6-17 on the road, 16-6 at home for the Astros. Someone make some bad tweets about that. I don't know. But, yeah, kind of doesn't matter unless the Mariners get really hot, which it sucks that we have to bank on them and not a team like the Angels that have a ton of talent. Oakland, good for you. They're sneaking out some sneaky starting pitching performances. Anaya had a good one. Bassett. NL, I mean, Dodgers just roll.
What's Seattle's schedule? I'm very interested. Can it get scary for the Astros at all? That's what I don't think it can.
It's a good question.
Because third place in the West, I don't think is getting a 7 or 8 seed.
They have a 3-game set the last week of the season.
Okay.
But unfortunately for the Mariners, well, they play the D-backs, who are dying. But, they just lost 2 to San Fran. Whatever. They're hosting the A's for 2, so you could survive that.
Mariners are?
Yeah. They do host the Padres for 3. So they finish with 4 against the Athletics. So if the Athletics can find a comfortable playoff spot and then punt all those games to the Mariners.
4?
4.
They're within striking reach. Just stay within striking reach, and the A's just gift you 4 games.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, and know what? Jim. I got it. Jim. Put it out.
Lay it on me.
So, Jim, something that you dislike, and for good reason. The second place team in the West will be the 6 seed.
Yep.
The 3 seed that will play them will be the worst number 1 seed. So if Oakland punts those games to be the worst number 1 seed, the 3 seed, they will play the 6, which could be the Mariners if punting. They allow them to win. Hello!
The red tape is out.
Hello!
We've connected the dots. There's push pins everywhere. Seattle needs to keep it within 3 games. Right now it's 2. Keep it within 3.
Yeah.
The A's blow it in the last 4.
Delicious.
On purpose. Then they face the Mariners in the first round, and the Astros don't make it. Ooh.
Wow. We found it.
Now the Astros, they play the Dodgers. So
this can continue.
So they play the Dodgers for 2. Then they play 3 against Texas.
At home.
And you know them Rangers. No, they'll probably win those easily.
So
and then they play 3 against Arizona.
They've got 6 at home versus Texas and Arizona. They got to win 5 of those, and I wouldn't bet against it.
Okay.
Otherwise, they head to Seattle, and then they finish at Texas. Hey, Rangers, you want to earn a lot of fans at the end of this year. Finish strange.
Wow. Okay, that's fun.
Okay. Dude, the Padres are full-blown legit.
Oh, yeah.
They have the second best record in the NL.
I mean, they traded for a lot of players. They're really good. They're really good. The Angels, Colorado, Arizona, Texas, San Diego, Dodgers. So,
Hey,
because the Angels are only 4 games out,
Yeah.
but they don't play. They don't play them. The Angels are dead. I know the Angels are dead.
I wanted to. I really wanted to. They just lost 2 out of 3 to Texas.
They're dead. They're dead. I just wanted to see if they play Houston. Like if there's a 4-game set, then you can be like, oh, that's sweet. But you can't even do it.
The San Francisco Giants deserve a little more love than they've been getting as my Rockies get swept and fall 3 games below 500. The San Francisco is keeping the ship above 500, which is what the Cardinals are doing and basically no other team in the National League can do. Gabe Kapler, Manager of the Year.
Right now, it's Dodgers versus Giants, 1 versus 8. How about that?
Dodgers would love that.
That's cool, though, storyline.
Storyline.
Braves versus Marlins, 2 versus 7. Another storyline.
I love them fish.
That's West versus East in the first stage, and the Cubs versus the Cardinals. Whoa!
Yeah. So we actually need some shuffling there.
That's weird.
I want to see teams that haven't played.
Yeah. Right now, it'd be Dodgers, Giants, Braves, Marlins, Cubs, Cardinals. It's just staying within, and the only outlier would be Padres, Phillies, 4-5.
Come on, Marlins.
You can do it.
Actually, maybe not Marlins. Stay away from the Padres. Stay away from the Dodgers, too, though.
I have a question.
You don't want to be the 8 or the 5 seed in the NL.
I have a question.
Me and David are here.
How many 3-game sets are there? 8?
What's the question? For the wild card? For the
Wild card
round
3-game
this
sets.
year?
There's
Yes.
8. How many
Okay.
will be quote-unquote numerical upsets?
Ooh. I mean, I'm probably going to pick...
You taking all the ones?
I got to see what it looks like, babe.
50%?
No, I'm probably...
You rocking chalk?
No, it'd probably like 3. 2 from one side, 1 from the other. I think, again, home field advantage won't mean something. I think batting last still means something in a baseball game. And they're technically
how
better
many
teams.
of the 8 will Vegas disagree with the seeding?
Ooh. Probably 2.
2. Like whoever Houston plays?
Houston, yeah. Potentially where the Yankees slot.
Okay, cool. I'll ask you that question again,
Okay.
and then we'll see it when we get there.
Then we'll see it when we're there, guys.
Yeah.
up.
Now, it is time for us to pivot
Pivot!
to the awards section of the show, the categories, which is brought to you by DraftKings. Thursday was just the warm-up.
Hell, Jim watched it.
Now is the time to get ready for Sunday's full slate of action, and there is no better place to get in the game than with DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. To add to this week's excitement, DraftKings Sportsbook is rolling out a can't-miss offer. If you haven't tried DraftKings Sportsbook yet, head to the app now because you don't want to miss this. DraftKings Sportsbook is giving all new users the chance to turn $1 into $100 when they beat any team, when they bet on any team. Damn it! I wanted to do a good ad read again.
New ad.
New ads. First,
ad,
I was like, oh shit, I got the first paragraph down. At the end of this, I'm going to brag. First time reading it, and then I messed it up. DraftKings Sportsbook is giving all new users the chance to turn $1 into $100 when they bet on any team. That's right, you can place a $1 bet on any team, and if that team wins, you can cash a cool Benjamin. How could you pass that up? If you're new to DraftKings Sportsbook, head to the app now to scout their latest offers. Bet with DraftKings Sportsbook, a sportsbook that goes wherever you go. DraftKings is safe, reliable, and secure, making it easy for you to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code JOMBOY when you sign up to get this can't-miss offer. Pick any team during Week 1, bet $1 on them, and win $100 if they win. That's $1 to win $100 when you use promo code JOMBOY during sign-up for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You must be 21 or older, New Jersey only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nice, Jim.
I ended strong.
You ended strong. You really did.
Standout performance. Who goes first on Fridays?
You've been the Friday guy.
How about that? Skin-a-dink-a-dink. I'm going with Dinelson Lamet.
Love him.
7.2 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. 11 Ks, and this was a tied game.
Yeah.
Every pitch was pretty high leverage, high
lev.
intensity pitch. He didn't have a 6-0 lead where he just, let me just attack the zone because if one mistake's not going to hurt us. Nah, dude was walking
Story,
a tightrope.
Arenado, Blackman.
0-0 game.
Yeah.
He goes into the 8th inning. I think he gave up a hit, so they took him out. 11 Ks. Really good performance by Dinelson Lamet. Do you know that I think right now he's the only starting pitcher that throws a slider as the premier number 1 pitch?
His featured pitch
Is the slider. I think Chris Archer is a starting pitcher that like his
Also
most
does
used
that.
pitch is a slider, but Chris Archer's not pitching. So
Right.
I don't know. You have to check the numbers, but I
Okay.
believe. I mean, he throws his slider 52% of the time.
He's a good pitch, too.
That's pretty nuts.
He's a good pitch.
52% of the time he throws a slider.
Jim, he's got, as a starting pitcher, a 0.917 whip. And that's, the dude always has punched guys out. He brought his K per 9 is actually down a little bit, but his walk per 9 is also down. He walks less than a batter per 9 innings, which I think that means something has clicked in his brain. The numbers are nasty, man.
Yeah, he's got 9 starts with a 2.24 ERA.
Yeah. Dude, these Padres, man. I mean, what Davies is doing, Paddock, I mean, he's kind of had a meh year. But, dude, Lamet, Davies, Paddock, they picked up that guy Clev. Like, they could go in a 7-game set and like their starter every day.
Yeah. His average line, not ERA.
Right.
He averages 5 2/3.
Yep.
It's closer to 6, but it's in the middle. And 1 earned run.
It's pretty good.
1.5 earned runs.
It's where you want to be.
Yeah. But he just went 7 2/3, so I wonder if he stays. If he stays going longer. Because, he hadn't broken 90 pitches. No, he hit 97 one time. That's his first time breaking 100 pitches this season. I don't know about it in his career.
And that'll be something to keep track of. He doesn't have a full resume of big seasons. I think he pitched 114 innings. I just clicked away from the page in 2017.
Yeah, and then he got Tommy John, right?
TJ, he pitched 73 innings last year. He's at 52-1. So, I don't know. If you're a Padres fan, that's something you're tracking, especially
You know what?
if they go
It's
into the playoffs.
probably for the best that this is a short season. And
Yes,
it's
for him, absolutely.
Because he might have been on a bit of an innings limit or something like that.
Absolutely.
And last year, because he was coming off of Tommy John, he didn't throw a slider a lot at all
Right.
in the games he played last season.
Ticks up.
So, look at it. Because he was purposely not throwing it a lot. Look at the chart. This is the sound effect his slider on the chart makes. All the way up.
Beauty.
Yeah. Who's your standout performance?
Beautiful stuff. Dinelson Lamet.
That's how you say it, right? I checked
I believe
checked
so.
a bunch of highlights
Dinelson Lamet, yeah.
because I know,
Looks tricky.
people get mad when we mispronounce names, but we try our
You
darndest.
stupid Americans. Jim, I've got one that we'll be able to pronounce.
Okay.
Corbin Burns.
It's actually Bynes.
Corbin Burns. Starting pitcher for your Milwaukee Brewers, Jim, St. Mary Gale. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's his warrior? What high school?
Centennial in Bakersfield, Cali. Anyways, 6'3",
Bakersfield and St. Mary's.
6'3",
Want to hear something
225.
interesting?
Yes.
You know my friend Jamie?
Yeah.
You know my friend Sabs?
Yeah.
One played softball for St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
One played softball for Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
Makes you think.
Corbin Burns is on a season-long dick-dropping tour, but he also is coming off a start against... Oh, Jimmy just made a weird reaction. Jim, so this was in a 19-0 game, but it didn't matter because he went 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 11 Ks, no walks. Drops his ERA to 1.99 on the year. Jim, he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year, and I don't think a lot of people are familiar with Corbin. He's got 9 games, 6 starts, 2 games finished, so the Brewers have done some Brewer stuff with him. 1.99 ERA. He's leading the National League in FIP, field independent pitching, if you're into that kind of thing.
Friendly in person is what I thought that meant.
And Jim,
Like
you
how
like
you're
this.
nice on the internet, but in person.
He's got the lowest hits allowed per 9 innings. In 9 innings pitched, he's allowing 4.4 hits.
That's cool.
So that's pretty nutty. And Jim, it also ties me into, I think I'm buying into the Brewers. I don't know if they get in as a wild card. I don't know if they catch the Cardinals. Corbin Burns is a very dangerous pitcher. Bobby Woodruff has a nice little playoff resume at this point, and he's talented. Not having his best year, still good. He could turn that around with a good couple starts. And the Brewers put up that 19-burger. So I'm still in on my Brewers, who I was in on before the season, and a lot of the reason is because Corbin Burns has been special.
Pardon me if I missed this.
Sure.
Did you give his ERA as just a starter
I did not give it as just a starter, no.
this season?
No.
Because I think it's going to be far more impressive than his ERA.
Okay.
How do you find that? As starter? Yes. So his ERA as a starter is a 1.38
It's pretty good.
in 6 games.
It's pretty good.
His relief outings tick it up a bit
Ah,
because he's got a 3.55 in relief.
trash.
He started 1 game. They used him in the bullpen. Then he started the last 5 in a row.
Yeah.
So as a starter, his ERA is even better. Now, what I saw, and you said Jimmy saw something he liked, and you know I like this. I'm going to send it to the patron chat so they can look up with me. His pitch mix chart is drastic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's maybe
You
the
do
most
like that.
drastic one I've seen. We got 4 different lines crisscrossing.
Yeah.
Drastic change from last season. His four-seamer went from 52% of the time down to 3% of the time.
Not tossing it.
His second most used pitch, slider,
Slide
went from
piece.
30% of the time to 12% of the time. So his 2 most used pitches, the pitches he threw, shit, dude, 80% of the time.
Yeah.
Last season, 80% of his pitches were these 2 pitches. He doesn't use them at all anymore.
80-20.
That's crazy. He now throws his 2-seam and a cutter. So he's just getting that X action on his fastballs.
Lance Lennon.
That's a crazy change. I've never seen a guy go from 80% of his pitches, now he doesn't use either of them anymore.
He's Lance Lennon.
And it's working.
Get your spin rate up, kids. So, yeah, in on Corbin Burns. And this, we watched a chunk of this game because it was the YouTube game of the day. We were also mostly watching because Trevor took Ryan Braun in the homer draft and he hit it. But Corbin Burns was lights out. And, yeah, man, Brewers are a sneaky team that I don't think anybody would want to see because of Woodruff, who's got a nice playoff history, Corbin Burns, who's dropping dick, and then Hader and Williams in the bullpen. You don't want to see those guys.
No. Good standout, Jake.
Thank you, Jim. You as well. Bones?
Bones. Thanks. Moving on. Moving on up
I'm moving out.
to the side.
On Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Jake, you had a lot of pitchers in here.
I put down some hurlers, Jim.
Who you got?
I put a couple central guys that we like. Bauer deserves to be on here. He went toe to toe
But
with Darvish.
Wasn't his last start poor? Like, in Fuego means you're like on a hot streak.
I mean, you
Not
know,
one game.
You could also say this season he's generally been in Fuego. I mean, he's back in the Cy Young race. He's got a 1.74 ERA.
Yeah.
And he went toe-to-toe with Darvish, one of his biggest competitions for the Cy Young.
11 runs in the last 4 starts. So, like, I don't know.
I mean, he's still twirling innings in those starts. Like, it's not. He went 7.2, 10K shutout, going toe-to-toe with Darvish. He's in those starts you just mentioned, he's got a 2.84 ERA. So I think that can still be in Fuego. His ERA is not in the zeros anymore. He's good.
Yeah. Some.
We're anti-Reds right now, so it hurts.
Well, he's got 4. He gave up runs, but they counted as unearned runs, but they shouldn't count. He did poorly, so I don't know.
I put Trevor Bauer on there. You don't have to take credit for it. Hendricks dropped some dick. We love him doing it on the opposite side for a winning team. And then Manaea, man, his stuff has ticked up a little bit. The A's are one of the best teams in the AL, although we know they're now dropping to the 3 seed. But they still have to figure out, what does their 3-man rotation look like in a playoff series? Is it Bassett, Manaea, Baby Jesus? So, if Manaea can keep shoving, he's a guy they can trust with the rock.
5 starts in a row for Manaea. Like he turned the corner. His first 4 were poor. He's got a 1.98 in his last 5
He's building
starts.
it up. Yeah, he looks good. Put your guy Plesac on here, Jim.
Plesac's good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see what his season looks like if he doesn't have to go get put in timeout for a while because he's only made 5 starts, but he's got a 1.32 ERA in those.
What's his worst start, Jim?
7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs.
Yankees would give a standing ovation for that start.
That's his worst start, 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. All his, the 4 others, they only been 5. The 4 others are really good.
Right. But yeah, he's doing the damn thing. I put the Braves as a team on here. Things get skewed in a 29-run game, but Freeman, Duvall, and Acuna, our numbers are nuts. So the Braves, Jeff McNeil's turned his whole season around with a hot week or so that's cool. Really like Jeff McNeil, the squirrel, man.
Squirrel.
I'm into that. Jamer Candelario on Detroit. He put up a 5 for 6. You pronounce the J.
You do?
Yeah, Jamer.
Weird.
I had a long look-up session this morning. He was bro of the night.
BBD had a big J sesh this morning.
Congrats.
And then
What were you watching?
Ryan Mountcastle, Jim.
Jamer Candelario highlights.
Not excited to see him in this upcoming series because he is legit. But then you put a couple names on here. One I'm very happy you put on him here.
Let's see. I put DJ Stewart on here.
Star.
5 home runs his last 4 games.
Yeah.
4 games in a row with a home run.
It's a funny sport, man.
And I think DJ Stewart's got a friendly face.
Yeah.
He's
I think
like-
you guys have similar faces.
His is more friendlier than me. What's his DJ Stewart? Yeah, man. I don't actually. You know what? I didn't look up his other surrounding numbers,
Sure.
but I just know he's got 5 home
Yeah, he
runs.
was hitting homers.
Oh no, he's got hits as well. Okay, wow, 571 batting average in the last 4 games.
Hell yeah.
But that's kind of like he didn't have a hit. Oh, so people need to know this. His first 10 games were hitless.
Yes.
Part of the story is that.
Yeah.
Like shame to flame in the biggest way. He didn't have a hit, and then he finally breaks out of his slump, home run versus Garrett Cole, and now he's going off.
And Jim, if I may,
Yeah.
the guy he's replacing currently was Santander, who was playing awesome for them.
Yeah.
So Stewart comes in and plays even better for now.
Yeah.
Whit
Merrifield.
This is the one I was happy you put on there.
I just swiped out of the page.
Because I don't know if you saw how much of a slide he was on before this. He was on a 1 for 30, if I remember correctly.
Damn. 3 multi-hit games in a row.
He's saving his season.
And in the 4 games against Cleveland, where the Royals did take 3 out of 4, he had 8 hits in 4 games.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Save your season, Whit.
Michael Franco. Franco. In his last 18 games, he's got a 346 on base percentage, 306 average, 486 slugging, which is like a 9-something OPS.
I need Royals fans reach out to me. Has he looked good? Because he came up and he was a pretty big time prospect, and then he was kind of thick with Philly, and it just never happened. And he looks skinnier this year. He's leading the league in doubles. How about that? So give me KC. Give me some Michael Franco stuff.
Franco.
Jamer.
It's kind of interesting because you would think that the first name is pronounced like Michael or something different.
Right.
And then Franco is just straightforward. But it's a straightforward Michael, and then it's a weird Franco.
Yeah.
Throws you for a loop. I bet a lot of announcers have a lot of trouble with that, and Royals fans always get mad. I was getting so mad.
So mad.
Jesus Aguilar.
Your guy.
Last 7 games, 471 on base percentage, 519 slugging. Jesus Aguilar.
Yeah.
Good for him. And then, is that all?
Late ad by BBD, I think. Bobby Dahlbeck does deserve to be talked about, including yesterday, 5 straight games with a homer, using JBJ's bat, Jim.
Why? He doesn't have his own bat yet?
I think he just did, he felt it, and he's like, I like this bat. Can I use it? and he's hit 5 homers with it, which, hey, tough look for JBJ.
6 home runs in 10 games. Is he on pace for 20?
He's good. If he had a full season.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's exciting for Sox fans. You got something to watch there.
Yeah. What is he, a lefty or righty?
He's a righty.
Okay. Where do the Yanks play? The Yanks are going to Boston?
Going to
All
Fenway.
right, so that fucker's going to...
Think I'll go to Boston. Whoa. Hopefully the scouting report's out by then.
Race to 20?
Race to 20.
Dude, the race to 20 is so scary.
It's tight.
It's so scary. The race to 20, we teamed up with Roosevelt's to keep track of the race to 20 home runs, which was the Vegas line. Will a player hit 20 home runs in the shortened season? We said yes. We've been pretty cocky about it, and now we're been scarier and scarier every week. There are only 2 players on pace to hit 20 home runs as we talk. Mike Trout and Nelson Cruz
Again.
are the only 2. Trout's on pace for 22.
Yeah.
Nelson Cruz on pace for exactly 20.
20 on the nose.
So those guys need to hit some homers. Now, Duvall's hit 6 home runs last week. But
Sure.
so that puts him at 13 home runs.
How about a year by Adam Duvall?
So if he can have another 3-homer night, that might help.
2 more 3-homer games, and you're right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Mike Trout's leading the league. He's got 16. Nelson Cruz has 15. Fernando Tatis Jr. has 15. Mookie Betts has 14. Luke Voit has 14. He was on pace.
Yeah.
And then the Yankees got rained out, and now there's a doubleheader, so now he's not on pace. You know what? But he wasn't playing yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe he DHs both
might
games.
play both today,
So
yeah.
if Voit
That could be an advantage.
if Voit plays both games today, he's back on pace to hit 20. Then you have 3 guys, but only 3 guys.
Yeah. No, it's tight. I've been on a Mookie thing. I still think Mookie's going to have a big day, which is going to put him in the running. I don't know if he gets there. I like Trout and Cruz being involved. I mean, those are 2 guys doing it. What Nelson Cruz is doing is insane. He's 40.
Takes those naps.
Takes those big naps. And, I almost gave him my award. I did not. Sorry, everyone. You might hate my award. I kind of hate my award. I love my award later. But, yeah, he went both ends of the doubleheader.
Clip that.
Taking naps. So, yeah, like Nelly, like Trouter. We'll see if Tatis can find a little more magic. I mean, like, if Tatis homers in one game, like today, he's probably back on track.
Yeah, right now he's on pace for 19 and a half home runs.
Yeah.
So,
So-
let's tell them the 19 pace, guys.
Boy is on a 19.5 right now.
Mookie's on a 19 flat, and that's all. Those are the 19 guys.
Tatis
Those 3 19 guys. So, like, if they homer today,
Yeah.
they'll. But
They're
yeah,
still good. Yeah, it's tight. It's
getting
tight.
scary.
Getting tight.
Vegas
I
knows what
believe.
they're doing.
I believe.
I believe. I believe. I believe. Jake
will
believes.
win.
Jake
I
believes in
believe that we
believing.
will win. All right.
Slump Watch. Are we still doing the Gallo thing?
I updated it, but no. Another series. These stats look the same every series. 2 for 11, 2 singles, 1 walk, 5 Ks. We got to stop. It's gotten sad. Sorry, Joey.
It is. It felt like we were interested at first,
Yeah.
and now it feels like we're just singling him out.
I'm
every
actually deleting it.
every episode. Delete it off the sheet,
It's
so we don't do it
gone.
anymore.
It's off the sheet. And you know what, Joey? Show us up. Poke your head on Fuego next week.
He's only had 2 multi-hit games this season.
It's got to be tough to watch. Get him some help next year, Texas. Come on. Slump Watch, Jim. I threw a couple guys on here. A couple Astros for the girls. Kyle Tucker and Yuli Gurriel both had 17 at-bats. Tucker had 1 hit. Gurriel had 2. So that's not good. Our biggest offers this week, we had 2 guys tied with 0 for 11. Joe Adell and JD Martinez. Top prospect, good hitter. Has JD been super streaky this year? I feel like he's a lot of Slump Watch and Fuego. Not a lot of tweener weeks.
I put him on Slump Watch once because he had an 0 for series, and we both said, yeah, he'll be right off of it. You
Yeah.
know, what are his final numbers right now?
I don't know.
211 with a 297 on base percentage and a
great.
672. But he's like probably one of these replay guys like Javi Baez. Like,
Yeah, big video guy. Nope, bad.
And he opened up the season with a 3-hit day and a 2-hit day. So, like, if you take away those first 2 games of the season, how ugly does that get?
It's got to be what? 175.
189.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? It seems like he has 8 multi-hit games. And for someone with an average as low as that, those are saving him. JD, dude.
Yeah, let's see if he finishes strong.
He's got 19 games without a hit out of 40, so half. But, I mean, he's supposed to be so good.
Yeah. I think he's got another option he can pick up for $20 million, if I remember correctly.
He can do this and then just be like, give me $20 million at the end?
I think he has the options
he's
for
got
each year left.
So I don't know. I don't have all the details. I'm going off Baseball Reference, but he has a $20 million option for this year. But if he opts into it, he also has $20 million for the next season. So I don't know if he has another opt-out after this year.
It was after year 2, which he's after now.
Right.
He's in year 3. He has opt-outs each year for the total of the 5 years. So, taking those.
I mean, hopefully it's just a dead year for JD. You need some juice?
Need some juice, yeah.
I'll juice you up, bro. No, I got juice.
Thank you.
His weighted runs created plus on the season is 77, and you take out those first 2 games, it drops to 62.
It's not good, man.
That's bad.
It's not good. But still not a guy I'm ready to doubt out because when he's locked in, it's stupid.
You mean for like next season?
Next season, I mean, he
Yeah.
could still finish strong, like 2 good weeks.
I don't know about that.
Yankee
He
spoiler.
looks so uninterested, but next season, like I'm not counting him out for next season at all.
No.
Just a weird season.
Finish strong, JD, except against the Yanks. I put Yamamoto and Lopez in here. They were kind of the 2 big ones in the 29-run game. My guy, Jordan Yami, gives up 12 and 2.2, I think. That's tough. And then, Jim, I put your guy Ottavino on here with an LOL note.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Slumping.
It's supposed,
It's kind of been all season.
as talented of a reliever you'll see, 0.06 earned runs.
Yeah.
And then I put a couple lefties that got knocked around. Milone, who got traded to the Braves. He gets lit up again. And then Boyder, who was starting to figure it out. He gets roughed up.
That's tough because he's just on not good watch.
It looked like he was saving his season. I think he had 3 straight that were okay to good. And then, this one kind of, this was through Dracula's chest there.
Yeah, it's bad. Let me see if there's anyone that deserves it. Because I think Kyle Schwarber has been really bad lately. And Jesse Winker, who was doing really well.
Barely know her.
Jesse Winker for the Reds, but he was one of their lone offensive guys. Is yes, okay, yes. In his last 8 games, he has 1 hit. Like, it's very bad. 0.45 batting average. 0.45 slugging.
Is he getting walked at all? Are they just pitching around him?
7 walks in the 8 games. It's a 267 on base percentage, but I mean 1 hit in 30 plate appearances.
Just pitching around him. You don't have to be scared of anyone else on Cincinnati.
Yeah, and then probably making them chase. Kyle Schwarber for the Cubs, also on. Okay, so these are the 2 guys. Yeah, so 7 games. 1 hit in his last 7 games. 26 plate appearances, 1 hit, 4 walks. So those 2 guys.
Central.
Yikes. Awards? Who got mad? Javi is mad at the Astros for taking away his video replay. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Quentin in the patron chat says that Kyle Tucker never being on Fuego.
I think we mentioned him.
We had him on Fuego.
Yeah.
I feel like we've given him love. Jake gave him big time love.
Almost told Quentin to eat a bug, but
I think I think you gave Kyle Tucker and Jesse Winker. I think it was like, these are the guys carrying.
they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Javi getting mad is interesting because you hear him presented that way and you're like, oh. Now more players feel like they're being punished because of Houston's actions. But another Mad Dog reference. Mad Dog kind of had a good point where he was like, if this was across the league, like you could point to different things and say that, but a lot of guys are playing really well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys do prep differently, so
Yeah.
it sucks if the guys that this is their system and got them there,
Right.
and now it's not, but whatever.
Creatures of habit.
Awards. Jake, I'm giving the favor returned award.
Love when you give this bad boy out.
You know what people say? Is say don't call it revenge. Call it returning the favor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Oh yeah. Ramon Laureano has the walk-off versus the Astros.
Yeah.
And, he got into it with Centrone, the bench coach.
Yeah.
He got hit by pitch 4 times by them or whatever it was.
Yep.
I looked up his numbers versus the Astros. He hits them better than any other team this year.
Yeah.
He's got a 948 OPS versus the Astros, a 314 batting average, a 405 on base percentage, and a 543 slugging. So every slash line, like the batting average starts with 3, the on base percentage starts with 4, the slugging starts with 5, the OPS starts with 9.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone wanted a calculator of like, what's a good slash line? Well, there you go. Every fucking digit is correct. So that's his stats versus the Astros. And, just returning the favor.
Yeah.
Gets the walk-off. Happy for Ramon.
Friend.
Yeah.
Friend. He's awesome, man. He's a fun watch. Yeah, he hits the walk-off into the gap. What was really cool, again, this isn't really anything, but he hit it in the gap, and he starts running to first, and you can see his eyes literally look at the left fielder, look at the center field to see if it drops. So he hits it, goes left, center. All right, game over.
Got it.
He's awesome. He's kind of an overlooked piece on that Oakland team, but I love him. So I'll always be happy if you give him an award.
All right. Cool.
So I gotta, again, love this award, hate this award.
Okay.
Love this award. I'm giving out the Sun is Hot award.
Okay.
The sun is hot. And Jim,
The Blue Jays.
the sun rises in the east. Facts.
Yeah.
You're with me?
Yeah.
Jim, I had a weird...
Well, who defined East?
It's a great point. I didn't. I had a weird thing this year where I looked on the West Coast, and there was a lot of stacked infields, especially third base. And you know I love third base.
Sun may rise in the east, but at least it settles in a better location.
Peppers, babe. Go listen to him. Jim, it's
the name of my cover band, the Peppers.
hey, tied for 1 for my favorite positions on a baseball field.
Yeah.
Third base.
And center field. Tied for 1.
Third base, the hot corner.
Yeah.
Jim, the sun is rising in the east.
Okay.
Jim, just think about these names. The Red Sox call up Bobby Dahlbeck,
Yeah.
who plays a little third base. They also have that Devers guy.
You may need to. Is this going to make sense soon?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You're right there.
We're supposed
You're
to be.
right. We're right. You're supposed to be at this point. You're building a moment, Jim.
Okay. We're supposed to be confused still.
Jim, Ryan Mountcastle
Okay.
plays a little third base.
Okay.
He looks really good.
Okay.
He looks really good. Jim, in the National League, young, thick Austin Riley
Uh-huh.
doing it at third base. The Nationals, they've got their top prospect,
Keyboom.
Keyboom, third base. And Jim, another guy who's raking, Alec Boehm for the Phillies.
Okay.
The sun is rising in the East.
Okay.
The East
It's getting
third
hot.
basemen have a lot of young third basemen who are doing it, and that got me really excited today.
Because you were jealous of all the young third basemen on the West.
They were all on the West Coast. I was looking at Arenado, Rendon, Chapman. All these guys are
now,
studs.
out of these guys that you named, Keyboom, they say defensive liability.
A couple of these guys are defensive liabilities.
Young Thick
and I
isn't
like
Young
that.
Thick isn't a liability, but he's not picking it.
There's questions.
I don't believe.
There's questions.
What about? I mean, Devers is.
Well, Devers, him or Bobby Dahlbeck is going to have to. One's going to first.
Okay.
One's going to stay at third.
Can Dahlbeck pick it?
He's listed as a first base, third base. I don't know. One of them's going to play there.
Okay. So the East may have some offensive third baseman coming up.
I'm just saying.
All right. I like that you're getting excited about it.
A lot of young third base talent at the hot corner right now. And a couple of these guys do have their question marks. I kind of like that, Jim.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. But they can hit. And that's a good way to play.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good way to play.
Yeah.
Good way to play. So,
Good award.
thank
the Sun
you.
is Hot award.
Sun is hot.
Yeah, I almost gave that to the Blue Jays.
It's a big time. By the way, the Jays draft pick this year, Vandy, might be playing third base for them.
By the way,
Yeah. Don't say it.
Blue Jays fans,
Yeah.
you shouldn't feel that good about what happened.
Ooh. Do they?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Did they walk away from that series like
I think
excited?
I think the Yankees being dead was the story.
Yeah.
Blue Jays should be happy with their team this year, though. I mean, they very well could have. Like,
That
what's
Taiwan Walker performance was lackluster.
a little bit? He didn't give up any runs.
I know, but that's more on the Yankees
Yeah.
being awful.
He didn't have his A stuff, for sure. Blue Jays are 24-19. They could have very well been 19 and 24.
Well, I don't think they played their best.
No, and they still took 2 out of 3
Really good.
from a dead team. Wait till the stadium, babe.
Oh, it's going to be rocking. Nah, no one's there.
Thanks, everybody.
You don't want to do,
Let's get in the elevator, Jim. Let's send the people out on the Vader.
Elevator talk. Who we talking about today?
My soul. And I'm out of you too.
The Royals? Are we doing non-playoff teams?
They took
Didn't
3.
we do them recently? Because we did like all the bullpen arms. We did.
We did them recently.
We did them
Spin it
recently.
again. Brady Singer, become best friends with Patrick Mahomes. Problem solved.
Oh, the Cubs.
Ooh, Chi-Town.
Oh, the Chicago Cubs.
Chi-Town. KC, back up to Indiana, LA. Cubbies. Nelly's going to be on this season of Dancing with the Stars, Jim. Do you see that?
Oh, wow.
Jess wants to watch. We're fading into the abysses, people. What about these Cubs?
Who else is going to be on it?
Do you want me to bring up the list? It's all celebs that I don't know and I don't want to know.
No, I don't really want to watch.
Okay.
Ian Happ.
Ian Happ, love him.
Talk about him. Schwarber, huge slump. You know about that now.
Get it going.
Dude, Kipnis. How about Kipnis?
Yeah, Kip Daddy. The Cubs are still... Cubs fans can't be too excited. I mean, they were 13-3. They're 26-19 now. So that's 16. They're 13-16 in their last 29 games.
Yeah, so?
I mean, you just... Again, it's kind of what you're saying. Like, not much matters as long as you're getting in the playoffs, but like you're saying about the Yankees not playing good baseball, it's got to feel like the Cubs aren't playing a good brand of baseball.
I mean, Hendricks and Darvish are
We like
doing
them.
really good stuff.
You like them.
How about Adbert Alzolay?
Your guy.
He's I think he's
Adbert. How do you think that happened?
stutter.
Adbert.
Someone's not talking.
Know who needs some love? Jeremy Jeffress.
Yeah, you think so?
Jim, 18 innings pitched. He's only given up 7 hits. He's got a 1 ERA on the nose.
Okay.
He's
What about Rowan Wick?
He's locked up the closer role for them pretty good. Rowan Wick having a nice year.
Dude, Alec Mills, he fell apart.
Right. He's coming back, baby.
Yeah, he's just had a good start against the Reds. Reds suck, though.
Coming back. Reds stink. What's going on with Kimbrel? Any updates there? I don't know.
I guess Cubs, you tell us.
Yeah. Javi Baez, he's in his feelings about the video stuff. Ian Happ has been their best player this year. Know who's been their second best? Jason Hayward.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts.
Then Kipnis is really good.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Yeah, they really haven't gotten Rizzo, Schwarbo. Bryant was hurt for a while. We'll see if he gets
Kimbrel's
going.
having a good September.
Good.
Actually, you know what? There's one. Kimbrel was terrible for the first 4 outings. In his next 9, he only has one bad one. So he's 8 for his last 9 in doing his job when put into the game.
Do your job.
0 runs and 8 of 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
2.16 ERA in that span.
Cubs fans know what you should be excited about. Cameron Maben, man.
I love Cameron.
Great guy to have in the dugout. He hit a triple the other day, which that's just fun. I don't know. Contreras had a 4-hit day the other day. So I don't know. Cubs, you're dominating your division with a lot of your guys not playing well.
You know what's going to suck for the Cubs?
What's that?
They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 games out of their remaining 15
Okay.
are against the Indians, the Twins, and the White Sox, who are all in a battle. So,
Man.
so you, hey, maybe that's a good way. Like if you're getting the 1 seed, well,
Get
you're going to get a
tested.
lot of competitive games going into the season because you have the Indians who are fighting for spot, the Twins, and the White Sox all going up against you, and they're going to try and win because they're in a battle. So that's kind of, I'd spin that positively.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
If your team, okay, so our Yankees are playing pretty bad right now.
Bad.
If you heard the Yankees are playing, you know, the majority of their series coming up are against really good teams, I don't think that would excite you.
The Yankees are bad. The Cubs aren't bad.
The Cubs have been playing bad for
Cubs
over
have
a month.
The
Jim.
Cubs have
13 and 16.
The Cubs have the 1 spot locked up.
Right, but they're playing bad brand of baseball. Like, this has been your thing. You said, you know, who really cares as long as you get in the dance, but you were also saying that the Yankees are playing a bad brand of baseball.
Jake, the Yankees are in the 8th seed and can be out of the playoff picture by the end of today.
Sure.
The Cubs are nowhere near that.
Right.
So it's like you can't compare.
They could have a team sneak up on them. I mean, the Yankees, I still very much believe they're going to be in the dance. If both of these teams are going to be in the dance,
the Yankees are scratching and clawing to get into the playoffs. They're a bad team.
As of this week.
The Cubs might be on the skid, but they're in a terrible.
Cubs fans, let us know.
They're in a terrible division.
We're both guessing.
Yeah.
Let us know, Cubbies.
Coffee is so fucking disgusting.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oops.
I did really bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, 1 month of this now.
I think it got worse. The ice melted. I don't know what just happened. That was gross. Well, that's the show. Ugh.
Jason Hayward, great year.
See you guys.
Ian Happ, friend.
Love ya. Thanks for watching.